Hello, today we have a Martini Enfield. This is not a Martini Henry. Martini Henrys were in 450 577 caliber. This is in British 303. It was originally created, I believe, for the black powder load, but it was proved to work with cordite also, so you could probably fire a fairly modern 303 round out of it. This one here was made in, let's have a look here at the markings. You can see it was made during the reign of Queen Victoria. VR means Victoria Regis. Sometimes you'll see GR for Georges. It's either Georges Rexus or Georges Regis. Victoria Rexus or Regis. I think the R just means, you know, royalty, king, queen, whatever. This one, I've tried to bring up the markings a bit. You can see ME for Martini Enfield 303. AC2, which was off the top of my head I can't tell you, it's some kind of armament corps, 2nd division or battalion or something. This one was made in 1898, so it's a certified antique. It's got all these lovely proof marks hit all over it. You can see it's ranged out to 500 yards on the side here, and on the top it goes out to an optimistic 1800 yards. So to aim that way, you would move your slider here up and down. Now obviously enough, the higher it goes up, the more you have to tilt the front of the rifle up like this to get the front blade here in the rear notch. So as you would tilt it up, of course the round will travel further before impacting on the ground. Now, something I should have done right here at the start is showing you it's unloaded. I did check this, of course, beforehand, but it's always good to do it. You can see here, unloaded. If you look in here, you can see the extractors. See how it pulls the round out. Oh, sorry, I was holding the flashlight in my mouth. So here, I'll put an actual round in. I'll show you what the loading process looks like. This is a round without any primer. It was fired. It hasn't been resized or anything yet. So it should be a fairly tight fit in the chamber. Goes in, there you go. Then we pull this lever right here, back up, bring up the block, and bang. Now when it's loaded, there's a cocking lever on the side here. In this position, it's facing back towards the shooter, means that it's cocked and ready to fire. You can see here it's got Enfield also written on the side. I tried to bring that up with some chalk, but we can only see the field, the F-E-I-E-L-D at the end. I have to clean this off. There's some minor pitting around here at the wood line, but no way deep enough, I'd say, to affect the chamber or to cause me any issues. I've checked the bore. I'm not going to show it to you. It's dark, but very sharp, crisp edges. I'll just shoot it. I'm not worried about accuracy. What else do I have to show you? I just went outside and did a fast video of 240 frames per second video of the round ejecting to show you a nice positive ejection from it. It's a really, really nice piece. The wood's in great shape. The regimental marking here is 1st WF11. So I believe that they were like some kind of 2nd artillery unit that got rolled into the present-day territorial army, and that would make sense. They would have given the first line magazine Lee Enfields to the actual troops serving overseas and at war, and the home guard units, the territorial army or whatever they were called back then, would have been issued these single shots. It's a rather short, stout, compact rifle. As you can imagine, it's probably going to be pretty painful to shoot unless you can shoulder it correctly, get it good and tight into your shoulder. And I'll make a video of myself squeezing off a few rounds. Very, very nice piece. The front end's got this, what reminds me kind of like an RIC front end to attach a bayonet to, and of course we've got the screw-in cleaning rod still here as well. These are fairly rare actually. I'll put that back in. Anyway, I'm going to edit this and put it up online and show it to you. Oh, you can also see here as well, I believe this is different for Martini actions to have a reinforced bar here at the front, where it's actually connected to the forestock. Alright, so if you know anything about this, if you know anything about the regiment 1WF, if you know anything about what AC2 stands for, please comment or let me know.